Welcome back to another video from OurCity.Developments. This is Loco, and today I'm going to show you how to set up a VPS from scratch. So today we're going to try out one of NFO's basic servers for about $20 a month. We're going to see how it reacts and what the pros and cons are against a dedicated server. So once you get your login information, you're going to put your IP in the computer, and you're going to use administrator as your username. Allow me to save the credentials and hit connect. Once in here, you're going to go to more choices, use different account, type in administrator again. And then after, put in your password. Click OK. And now this window should pop up. Click the box where it says don't ask me again for connections to this computer, and click yes. Now this is the first time we're logging into our freshly set up server. All we're going to do with this is just close it. Okay. First order of operation is we're going to download Firefox. Now, as this is downloading, I'll show you the specs of this computer. So on this computer, it seems like we have 300 gigabytes of storage, 4 gigabytes RAM. That should basically be all you need to set up a basic server. Nothing too crazy, nothing too expensive. Just basically for you and your buddies, and maybe a couple of randoms. Once Firefox is downloaded, you're going to head over to our Discord, and there you will be welcome to our verify page. If you aren't already part of our Discord, our link will be in the description below. Once you get verified and you gain your free access to our version 1.0 beta, which is plug and play, you'll be able to scroll down and download it right here. Right here you will see our download link with our password. For the purpose of the video, I took the password out, so it makes you guys join the Discord to get the download link and full support. Below it, you'll see a walkthrough on how to set it up if you've already got the VPS up and running. But in this case, you're going to see both the videos all in one. So click on this download link and copy and paste it into your search bar. From here, we're going to click enter, and we'll be greeted with our server file where we'll have to enter our password. Enter your password and click unlock file, click save file, and just let that download. In the meantime, we're going to download a bunch of things that we need to get our VPS up and running and ready for our server base. Everything that we download will be in links below in the description. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to show you the first download, and then I'm just going to pause it and wait until we're done downloading everything, and then I'll show you how to install everything. So you guys want to have everything downloaded. For this one, you're going to want to click the green download button. And if you're brought up with a screen that says open with or save file, you're obviously going to want to save the file. Now this one's completely optional for you. It just depends if you like Notepad++ or Visual Studio Code better. In the description below, we're going to put our Discord link in so you have full support and you gain access to your new free base. Once your server files have been downloaded and you've downloaded everything in the description, all you have to do is install everything. So just go show downloads, open folder, and basically what you're going to install first is WinRAR. Now that WinRAR is done, just go through and install everything onto your computer. I'm going to mute my mic and turn on the music for this process. If you guys end up getting this sdelete64, do not download it, as I do not know what it is, but it will not harm you as you are on a VPS. For this XAMPP, it will take a bit for it to install, but after it's done, you'll be able to start your database. I'll be right back. Once it's finished, I'll continue the video. Alrighty guys, I just got back from getting some food, so everything should be downloaded and installed onto your VPS. After installing XAMPP, which will be the last thing that will be on your screen because it's the longest process, you will checkmark do you want to start control panel now and click finish. After this, you're going to make sure that you click these two check marks right here and click yes. Once that is successfully done, start both of the things you just downloaded, Apache and MySQL. Now it's all up to you if you want to close it or minimize it, but I always keep it minimized. Alright, after installing everything in here, except for this, as I do not know what it is, we'll check out right now. It seems like it does nothing. Let's delete, copyright. Not really too sure what it is, so we're just gonna delete it. Hasta la vista. Empty recycling bin. Alright, now take your server files that you've gotten from our Discord and drag and drop them onto your desktop. Close off everything. We are now done. Before we get into extracting this, we're going to have to port forward our server. So to port forward our server, all we're going to do is search up firewall. You're going to go into the advanced security. Once in the advanced security, you're going to go inbound rules and click new rule. From there, you're going to click port TCP 30120. Click next. Allow the connection, make sure it's public, and name it TCP in. Click finish. Now you're going to do the same thing again. New rule, port UDP this time, 30120. Now, it's basically the same thing as last time. I'm going to pause my mic and turn the music back on. The only difference here is we're going to name this UDP in. Now follow along because we have to do this again on the outbound rules. Now on this one, we're going to name TCP out. Now we're going to do again, except do the UDP. After creating all those new roles in your firewall, exactly how I did it, you should have TCP out, UDP out in the outbound rules, TCP in, UDP in the inbound rules. If you've done everything correctly, as I've just showed you, all you'll have to do is close this and forget about it. Now we're going to extract these files here on our desktop because that is how we have set the servers up for you guys to just plug and play an amazing RP server. I'll be right back once this is done. In the meantime, what we can do is we can actually set up our license keys. Now if you guys already know how to do this, you guys can skip a little bit ahead in the video. First off, you're going to go to Google and search up Fivem Keymaster. The easiest way to access this site is by going to setting up a server on the docs.fivem.net and clicking cfx.re keymaster services right here. Verify you are not a robot, that you are a human, and do their little quiz. After this, you're going to be prompted to sign in. So we're just going to sign into our Gmail. I'm just going to pause the video real quick. After signing into your CFX account, if you do not have a CFX account, I highly recommend you creating one, or else you will not be able to get a license key. The reason why it says Caliber in here is because this is one of my old RP servers that I used to run about 2 years ago. So we could just already use this license key right here since it's still active and it's already set up. But for the sake of the video, we're going to register a new one. The display name is going to be the name of your server, but it could literally be anything. Cats or dogs, cars, literally anything. But for the sake of the video, we're going to name it OurCity.Developments. Now this will be your server IP, but it does not matter as it changes depending on what server you use the key for. There's our IP. Now we're going to click VPS and we're going to describe on what server provider we're using. In this case, we're using NFO. Again, you're not a robot. And if you are, well, let me know how that's going. Click generate because we are now done. After getting your license key, all you will do is click copy. Now that it has been copied, you can regenerate this after a couple months or whenever you feel like it. You will get a new key. After copying your key and making sure that the server is now extracted to your desktop, open our files, scroll down, and go to the server.cfg. Since it's our first time opening this, we get to choose what program we want to start it up on. If you're trying to look for Notepad++, do exactly as I do, and you will find it. There we go. Our CFG comes fully prepared, ready to use, no errors, no missing files. Basically, download the server, upload it, change your license key, and add an API key. To add an API key, if you don't already have one, just go to this website and you will be directed to getting your new API key. Let me know if you guys have problems doing this, and I will provide an API key to you guys to use. For the sake of the video, I'm just going to enter my numbers in and start the server up, but I'm going to pause it. Alright, now that we've added our API key, next thing we'll do is change this to 25, as we do not have the Patreon rewards for our test server. If you are paying for the $17 EEP key, you'll be able to unlock 60 slots. If you're paying $45 or above, you'll be able to unlock 120 slots plus. But we only have 25. Here you will find where you can change your server name. We recommend you using the new so new players know that the city is just launched. Now with our services, and if you have supported us, we will go in and set the server up for you on your local VPS if you have any troubles. Just let us know what you would like us to name your server and we will change it for you as well. Alright, now that we have changed this guy's server name, we are basically ready to start our server. Make sure you save it. Last but not least, we have to upload the database. So we're going to scroll up to the top and open the Open Me and double click on the OCV 1.0 clean. Always use this app. Now, with your XAMPP started, you'll be able to sign into your database. If it is your first time loading up Heidi, then your Heidi SQL will look like this. Just click New, go right here, and click Miami. Actually, I'm just going to name it his name. Warfare RP. Because it is a local host, you do not have to change anything in here. Just click Open. Now that we have connected to our database, it will look like this. Just to show you, just in case if you forgot to start these, this is how it'll look trying to enter your database. Therefore, all you'll have to do is just start Apache and MySQL. Now that we're in our database, we're ready to play our database for our server. Just click right here, and then click on OCV 1.0 clean and click play. I will be also making a video on Heidi SQL tours and showing you around the database and your files. Stay tuned for more videos. Now that we have played our database, entered in our license key, entered in our API key, config the CFG, port forwarded, downloaded and extracted all of our necessary software, we are ready to restart our VPS. Now the only reason why we're restarting our VPS is because of all the software we've downloaded and to make sure that it's running smooth when we come back. I'll be right back when the VPS is started back up. Alright guys, we're now loading in to our VPS after restart. So if your VPS randomly goes down or is going down for maintenance or you by accidentally restarted it, this is what you'll do to get your city up and running. Exit this out. Search up XAMPP. Right click. I always like to pin it to taskbar, so I just have to click this once. And it will open up. Generally, it will always start on startup, but it's always good to double check and have it running in the background. Open up your Heidi SQL so you can hook to the database. And just minimize both of these. Open up our server files that we provided to you. And we are ready to start the server. Another thing that is good to do to always keep your server up to date is always make sure you're running the latest Fivem artifacts. To download that, the link will be in the description, and always use the latest recommended. For this one, just open it with WinRAR, as we don't really need to download it. Once when it is open, just go into it, press Control A, copy it all into your server, right where the resources is and everything else. Do not copy it into your resources, just keep it underneath your resources. And after, we will be doing a little update on our VPS. I'll be right back with you after it's done. All we will have to do is replace the files in destination. Now that it is all done, we are 1,000,000% ready to launch our server and connect to it. For a full list of all of our keybinds in the server, open up the keybinds to view them. This will have every keybind for the keyboard, and as well as what they do when you're inside the car. Alright guys, let's start this puppy up. Click FX server, because we're going to set up TX admin. Just let it do its thing. Click link account, continue, and make a password. And then click save. Next right here, name your server whatever you want. And click next. For here, we're going to click local server data. And we're going to go back to our server files. Scroll around here. Right click the link and copy address as text. Go over here, Control V, so you paste it right here, click next. If you've done this correctly, this should autofill, and all you have to do is press save. Save and start our server. Now, as it is starting, we're going to go over to settings, FX server, and if you do have a Patreon key, for $17 a month, you're going to start it with Legacy without Infinity. If you're paying a little bit more for the 120 slot servers and above, you're going to click on with Infinity. Over here we have the restart manager, so you can choose when you want your restarts. So now, as I enter this in, our server will restart at 12 at night, 12 in the afternoon, 4 in the afternoon, 6 in the afternoon, 12 at night, 4 in the morning, and 8 in the morning. Right here is where we can disable the chat warnings, so nobody in the server knows when the server is going to restart. In this case, we're going to enable them. Now, I normally like to add the 60-minute mark. That way it lets people know that the server is about to restart in 1 hour and to get all the RP done that they are fulfilling. Here we have Discord, and I'm going to show you guys how to set this up in a different video, as this one has already taken us a half an hour but is the most properly made video on how to start a VPS from scratch using OurCity.Developments pre-built servers. Now, going back to the server live console, we're going to notice that we have no errors and everything is running as smooth can be. Let's connect to our server and try this thing out. One last thing. If you guys are having problems connecting to the server, is because you guys probably still have the allow list in your guys' server files. What I would highly suggest you guys do is just drag it to your desktop, as I'll be making a video later on in the future on how to set this up for Discord whitelisting. Once you have dragged it out of your files, all you have to do is restart the server and you'll be able to connect. Now that it's started up so fast, we'll connect to our server. Here we go. We are connecting to our new server. Now, on startup, you'll notice our very clean, not overused loading screen. If you want to edit this, there'll be how-to steps in the Discord. If not, just use your own loading screen. Flying in, you'll notice that you get put into an apartment because this is your new house. So just come over here. Sometimes it's a little buggy, but find a male character or female and register. We're going to name our guy Chad. Streets. Nationality will be Canadian. And when we were born will be 1996 04/20. Loading into your newly founded server, you are going to pick what apartment you want to live in. South Rockford Drive has always been my favorite. Now that we are in our apartment and we are ready to set up our character, you'll notice that there's a shirt inside of a shirt. Easily to get rid of this, just go to shirt 2. Now, if you do have an EUP key, you will notice that there is some custom clothing streamed on the server. But as I do not have an EUP key for my dev server, we do not have the perks. For the sake of the video, I'm just going to be using this ped. Over here, we have our stash. This is where we can keep our ID card, our driver's license, and our phone. Over here, this is our room. This is where we can log out and fly back in on a different character or the same character. And here's our outfits. To leave our apartment, walk up to the door, press E. Now that we're outside, we're ready to begin our journey, climb up the ladders, and become the next big shit balla in the city. I hope our video has helped you create a pretty dope server, because we've put a lot of time and effort into making this base usable with no errors other than the voicing system. Version 1.5 will have a fixed voicing system. It will also contain Cayo Perica Island with usable drugs on the island and a lot more. We hope that you have liked this video, subscribed, and shared with your friends to let them know that they can have a pretty sweet server and it's not that hard. If you do feel like supporting us and you do want to have access to all of our servers in the future, including ESX, QBus, and many other frameworks, you can support us by sending us $25 and gaining access to everything, like this graphics mod pack, more updated servers, and exclusive offers off of clothing packs made by our clothing dev Bobby. Join the Discord, you might find a thing or two you like. If not, you'll definitely like this free base of a Fivem server. My name is Local for Coco from OurCity.Developments, and I'm here to tell you to have a great day.